Hello group, how you doing? It's me, Joe. Thursday night tonight. How you guys doing tonight? Hope you've had a fantastic week. We're almost to the end. However, if you're an entrepreneur, you're never at the end. You just keep going and going and going. And so, a lot of times what I like saying, and I believe it's one of the sharks on Shark Tank always says, "Hi Linda." They always said, one good thing about entrepreneurs is we'd rather work 80 hours to avoid working 40 hours. So we'd rather work 80 hours by ourselves to avoid working 40 hours for somebody else. And I believe that to be true because I seem like I'm constantly trying to dig up more business and work more business. And yeah, I'd much rather do it that way. I'm very happy working 80 hours for myself rather than 40 hours for somebody else. Thank you, Linda. I loved our time too. I can't wait to do it again. Linda and I had a wonderful time this morning having coffee, just talking about different things, different work. Linda's got some beautiful writing, beautiful. And so she should really share that here on the Facebook group. Linda, you should do that. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk tonight about being human. So I almost put on my glasses tonight because my eyes are kind of bothering me because of allergies and everything. And then when I decided to talk about being human, I'm like, I should have done that. But anyway, I'm reading this book and I want to show it to you. It is called, and I love my kickboxing. I go to kickboxing all the time. So this book was referred to me, and it's all about social media marketing. So can you see it? It's called Jab, 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 Right Hook, and it's by Gary Vaynerchuk. I can never say his last name. So anyway, he's a New York Times bestseller. Again, Jab, 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 Right Hook. So Jab, 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 Right Hook. Anyway, one of his chapters in here is all about social media, but it's also about being human and being human when you connect with people on social media. Don't try to be something that you're not. And again, I'm going over here to the website. So, the thing. Hey, Marilyn, how you doing? So anyway, again, you need to be human and you need to express yourself when you're connecting with your audience on social media. Because when you're out networking with people, hey, Daryl, when you're out networking with people in the public, they're going to know the real you. But on social media, they don't know the real you unless you're genuine with them. So in my book, not my book, but this book I'm reading, Jab, 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 Right Hook by Gary Vaynerchuk, he really talks about being human, and it's chapter, let me just look, it is chapter, round 3 calls it. So anyway, it's chapter 3, and he's talking about Reggie Bush of the Lions, so must be the football team. Anyways, he talks about how this Reggie Bush on his Facebook, he has a mix of inspirational quotes, family photos, and people that he admires. And hey, Liz, how you doing? It's just really good mix of the different things. And I try not to be negative. I try not to post anything negative when I'm posting things on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, anything like that. I always try to be positive. I always try to give some kind of positive quote or positive inspiration, because even though we're having a bad day, I don't want people to know it. I guess, yes, we need to be human. Yes, we need to do that. And if somebody is having a bad day, maybe that's how they get out. Maybe that's how they vent, and that's okay. It's not what I want to do. But we really do need to be human with our followers, and we need to keep them close. And I will tell you this, positive is always my way too, Marilyn. I was talking with one of my clients today, because I still do my virtual assistant work. So I was talking with one of my clients today, and somebody had asked her if she would share her stuff that I'm making for her. And she said, no, I'm not going to share it until Joe's done with it. And I said, well, funny, that same person asked me to share it, and I said, I'm not sharing it until my client okays it. So I protect my client. And so I like to protect my network. I like to protect my followers. And I think you guys, if you do that, you're going to have a lot more resources and a lot more people following you, because they know then you respect them. And the respect will go a long way. And so the same thing when I'm out posting things, like if I'm on Twitter, and I don't know if are any of you guys on Twitter, but I'm on Twitter, and I would like to go and repost things that other people say and do, and I'd like to give them the credit for it. Because I didn't find it, they found it. And so retweeting also builds that credibility Same thing on Facebook is when we share what other people have put out there, was we build up that credibility with that person or that organization that you're sharing their information for. So again, just really just being human out there and trying to be positive, trying to give the positive light to other people. I would really recommend this book. It's really a pretty good book. It's he kind of talks about it in an interesting way. Again, I like kickboxing. I go to kickboxing quite often. So you have over 7,300 Twitter followers, Marilyn. Good for you. I have over 11,000 now. So it's really neat because I like the connection that I have with people, and I like the connection that I'm making. Hi, Troy. How you doing? But also one thing I've learned, and I don't know why it took me this long to learn it, but from something from this book, but also from somebody else, is you can pin some of your comments to the top. Now, I learned that like 6 months ago, but still, you pin when you make a post on Twitter, and then you pin that to the top. So when people first come to your Twitter account, they can see whatever your favorite pin is, favorite typing is. And you can also do that on Facebook, your business page, and your home page, and your group page. So I would highly recommend that. It gets people more interactive, and it gets people, draw them to your website and draw them to whatever, or your Facebook group, or whatever you want. So I would definitely pin a post to the top. And so just little things I'm learning in this book. And then also I tend to go on YouTube. I like to watch YouTube and learn different techniques to go on social media. So, and then again, just being human. Being human on social media is really going to get you a long way. A lot of things are automated, and I just don't like any of that. And after a while, you can tell who the automated, if you watch it closely, you can tell who the automated ones are and who aren't, and who is really being genuine. So that's the ones I tend to follow, are the ones that are genuine. And on LinkedIn, yes, YouTube University rocks. It does, Marilyn. You're right. And so on LinkedIn, I'm not real big. I haven't done a lot on LinkedIn, although I have about 852 followers on there. I'm getting more active on there because LinkedIn is really more business to business people. And now, that's of course the clientele I want to attract for my virtual assistant business and my anthology book. So thank you for all of you. Also, let's get back to the anthology book. Thank you, all of you, for coming forward. So I'm really excited about it. But anyway, back to LinkedIn. LinkedIn is also a place that you want to belong to groups, because with the groups, just like on Facebook, then you can be more interactive, and you can get maybe with a niche market that you're looking at. Whatever your business is, go find those groups. Hey, good, Marilyn. Yeah, I'm on LinkedIn. So, but find those groups that you can get involved with and start interacting. It's like your own personal network. And so I'm going to start doing that. I actually started some virtual assistant groups and some social media groups years ago. Never really did anything with them, got rid of them, and now other people have picked up the name for those groups. So I'm going to go and be interactive more in there than what I have been before in the past. So, and then Twitter, we talked about Twitter. I would, if you're on Twitter, like Marilyn and I are for sure, and then hopefully others are too, but I would really try to retweet what people have done, but just be genuine. Just be genuine on there. And, if you see a post that somebody likes, repost it and say, hey, great post, thanks for sharing. Something like that. It's just something that resonates with you. Same thing on Facebook. We are always doing that. Thank you, Linda. Linda and I had coffee this morning, and it's always fun to have coffee with Linda. She's always so uplifting and so positive, even though she's going through some trials and tribulations in her life right now, but she's always positive. She always has a smile on her face. So I appreciate you, Linda, and I appreciate our friendship. I appreciate all of you. I really do. I appreciate all of you. So on Facebook, if you're on your Facebook page, your home page, I would really try to be as human on there as possible too, and try to be, give out great words of advice, give out something funny. I like to, I do stupid things all day long, so I like to put those out there, and I'll hashtag things. I remember a couple years ago, I'm just going to tell you this funny story, and I put it out there on Facebook. My little neighbor girl was 9 years old, and I had to mow the yard, and I don't mind mowing the yard, but my allergies kick in, and well, whatever. So I go, hey, Jocelyn. So I go to start my lawnmower. Wouldn't start. I'm pulling it. I'm doing it wouldn't start. And I'm like, for goodness gracious, what is going on? And so we have a fence between our two houses, and my little neighbor girl's propped up on top of the fence because it's only a 4-foot fence. And she says to me, and she calls me JoJo. She said, JoJo, is there gas in it? And I'm like, I didn't check that. I've done everything else I thought I was supposed to do, but I never checked if there was gas in it. Sure enough, no gas. So I went and I put that out on Facebook. I said, hey, Kim, how you doing? I really had this fun experience. It wasn't fun at first for me, but it was a fun experience at the end. And then I hashtag it, I need myself a maintenance man. And then lo and behold, I found myself a maintenance man. So it's, and Troy he's my honey. So anyway, it's those kind of fun things that you want to put out on Facebook. Lots of people laughed and lots of people could understand my pain. Lots of people got it. They're like, yeah, that's happened to me, or yeah, I understand, Joe, or why don't you have a few gas cans on hand, and which I did, but I didn't, check it. So same thing, when I have snow, I have people that come and remove my snow, or whatever, or somebody fix your car, give a shout out to them. What's it going to hurt? It's going to help build their business, and in turn, they're going to come back and help you as well. So yeah, give a shout out to people, but just be human, and just be out there with the world, and so they can see what kind of person you are and what kind of authentic person you are. That's what we need more of in this world. And ever since the election, what I've said is, the world, they don't even need to fight us because we're all fighting among ourselves, and we don't need to do that. We need to be authentic. We need to be ourselves. We need to be bring a positive light to this world instead of everybody bickering with each other. So just be human, be positive. Like I said, the book I'm reading, this Jab, 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 Right Hook on social media, it talks about just being human with your audience. If you want more followers, be kind to other people. Just like when you're out networking, and you're out at these networking events within your community. Yeah, that's right. Unity is right. When you're out there in your community, you need to be out there and you need to give. Network. All right? And so that in turn is going to come back for you as well. That's right, Marilyn. We don't have time for negativity. Leave the negativity at the door. Yes, we all have our opinions. Yes, hey, I'm guilty of it. There are times I'd be like, oh, I just want this to stop. But we have to be positive. I teach people, I coach people all the time. Turn the negative into the positive. And sometimes I have to be reminded of that myself. I know not every day is going to be a good day, but like I posted earlier, what do you wake up to every day? I wake up to today's going to be a positive, awesome day. My late husband taught me that. Today's going to be a positive, awesome day. And I wake up with that every day, and I thank the good Lord for another day on this earth. And I thank the good Lord for whatever I'm doing that day. And, and I just think what a positive message we should bring. Hey, Don, how you doing? So what a positive message we should bring to this world. Like I said, leave the negativity at home. Nobody's got time for negativity. We need time for positivity. And we need a time to unite. And we need time to bring together our forces to build this world up and to build each other up. And to be positive and be human with each other. And like I said, hey, Kimberly, how you doing? So we need to be able to help each other out in times of need. If you know somebody's having a bad day, reach out to them. Give them a hug, give them a smile, call them up on the phone. But do something that's going to help them to have a better day. I know when I'm down and out, I like it when people come to me and really take me by the hand and say, you know what, come on, let's go. Let's just go do this. Linda, you are positive. You are the epitome of positive. So, and all of you guys on here, I haven't seen anybody that's negative. So I appreciate all of you. I think you are all awesome. And I appreciate you being part of the group, and I appreciate you, all your positive attributes and all your positivity and how you relate to each other. I really appreciate that about all of you. And I hope through this group that we can help each other bring more business for each other and bring more light and happiness and positivity to each other. So just remember, just be human. You know, we're just out there. We're all trying to help each other. So just be human and, you know, help us brother or sister out and be nice to each other, because we all need to have that wonderful light in our life. So again, I'm reading this book. It's a pretty good one. I'm going to keep showing it to you. Jab, 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 right hook. I'm a kickboxer, so I like this because I'm a kickboxer. So when this was referred to me, I really actually thought it was kind of on kickboxing, to be honest with you. And then the person that referred said, no, it's on social media. So I had to go check this out. Hey, Meryl, I appreciate you too. Yeah, go for it. You do rock. You all rock. So I would get that book if you want to learn more about social media, but also YouTube University has great information on social media. I go to YouTube quite often and look up different things because I'm constantly wanting to learn. I'm constantly wanting to know more and how to do better. And I want to do better by you guys. And I want to do better by this group and by my followers, even on my regular Facebook page, my Twitter, my LinkedIn, everything. So, and I'm constantly out there in my area networking, because you really have to network in person as well. You can network online all day long, but you really have to be out there in your own community networking, because that's where you're going to also grab more business. People are going to know you, respect you, and appreciate you if they see you in person as well. Now, granted, I do a lot of my business online. Matter of fact, most of it's online. But one thing I miss about having a brick and mortar store is being with people, is being out there with the general public every day. And I know people go, ooh, I don't like that, but I do. And I like being out there with people. I thrive on other people's energy. I thrive on, if you come up to me and you have a problem or you have this, I thrive on that. I like to be able to help you work through that and help you to get over it, and so we can move on to something better. And so that's why I go to networking events in my city and the other cities around me. I'll go search out even 2 or 3 hours away. Oh, Liz, I know I miss having you come to see me too, because I miss my store. But I also know that it was time for it to be sold so I could be here with you guys. And I'm really glad. I'm really glad to be here, because this also fuels me, because I love interacting with you guys and I just love being part of this. So anyway, also go out and network in your community. Join your Chamber of Commerce and join, if you have adjoining towns around you, go ahead and join those as well. And then go to their network, and they're constantly doing networking events. So I would go to as many luncheons and networking events. Next week I have 3 or 4 networking events I'm going to, luncheons. And I believe one of them is a supper. So, but that's what I like doing, because that just gets me out there and gets me getting out there more in the public, so they know what I'm doing and who I am and what's going on in my life. And so, yeah, so hopefully you guys are doing the same. Hopefully you're getting out there and interacting with other people in your community, and then also joining these networking events, joining the chamber, doing whatever you need to get out there. All right? I appreciate all of you guys. I'm so glad you were on with me tonight. I know I kept showing this book, but it's a good book. And sometimes, I'm really good about reading for a while, and then I'll put it down and not read it for a while. And then it's one of those books I can pick right back up again and kind of remember where I was when I left off. So one thing I don't miss out on reading, though, is my scriptures every day. So then I have to get back to reading these and the business books. And so that's why a lot of times I'll just go onto YouTube University and just Google what I want to look at and then go from there. But I also, while I'm talking about YouTube, hey, I would appreciate you guys subscribing to my YouTube channel. You can just search out Joe Hausman on YouTube. This is the book. It is Jab, 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 Right Hook. It's Gary Vaynerchuk. And I just got it off of Amazon. So Jab, 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 Right Hook. And he's got kickboxing gloves on there. Which, by the way, I have kickboxing in the morning. So I hope you guys have a great night. I appreciate all of you so much. I'm getting a dry throat. I have my Hollywood mug. One day I will be out there. That's what I'm hoping for. We all have to have those big, bodacious, awesome dreams, don't we? So this is my dream right here. You guys know it. I tell it to you a lot. So, yeah. So, I hope you guys have a great night. Have a fantastic Friday tomorrow. All right? And make your dreams come true. And work something at it every day to make your dreams come true. Because remember, what do I always say? You are greater than what you give yourself credit for. And we all are. And now we need to go out and be great to others as well. So go out and be human, be awesome to other people. Show your positive light. Show that great big radiant smile that you have. So you can go out and be a positive force to other people, so then they'll come in return and hopefully pay it forward themselves, and then they can go out and be a positive light to somebody else. But it all starts with you. All right? You guys have a great night. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care.